Let's talk about systemic racism within the criminal justice system. A lot of you like to reference the fact that black people make up a little over 13% of the population in the US, but make over 50% of the prison population. And besides the fact that black neighborhoods are extremely over-policed in comparison to white neighborhoods, and that black neighborhoods generally tend to be poorer due to segregation and racism, and that poverty is directly linked to crime, you also forget to mention that black people make up almost 50% of exonerations as well. You heard it right. Innocent black people are 7 times more likely to be convicted of murder, 3.5 times more likely to be convicted of sexual assault, and 12 times more likely to be convicted of drug charges in comparison to their white innocent counterparts. So are we naturally just more prone to being wrongly convicted, like we're naturally more prone to committing crimes? Or are you ready to admit that implicit bias and racism play a big part in African Americans being wrongly convicted and incarcerated?
One thing I hate most is a cherry-picking activist. Like, if you're gonna be pro-person of color, you need to be pro-disability, pro-LGBTQ+, pro-woman. If you're going to stand for one minority, you should stand for all of them. It's that unity type beat. And if you don't, do that, then me and you aren't riding on the same wave and you're not woke or an activist.
Hey, listen, for every one of you who has been hopping in over the last couple days and liking and commenting and saying so many amazing and encouraging things on my posts in the last couple days as I've been going through all my crazy, I just want to say this to you, and I want to get right the first time. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to me just to be seen and heard, and for every person who's an ally, for every person who's using the hashtags, for every person who's jumping in there and attacking the trolls, and for every person who's just saying, I'm with you and I stand with you. Thank you. I love you.
I saw something this morning on Instagram and I was like, nah. So I Googled it, and Anne Frank was born in 1929. Martin Luther King was born in 1929, and Barbara Walters was born in 1929. I think people have a certain dysmorphia with what I'm going to call bad history, where we think that the Holocaust or the Civil Rights Movement was so long ago. But imagine a world with no Nazis or fascists or racist systems, and there's a good chance that Martin Luther King and Anne Frank could just be some great grandma and grandpas today, alive. It wasn't that long ago, y'all, and this bad history still affects us today. So what side of history are you going to be on?
Another issue I have is with the way history classes teach Black history. Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, and Martin Luther King aren't the only people you can talk about during Black History Month. Did you know that a Black person invented the traffic light, home security systems, iron boards, hair straighteners, rhythm? There's that too, ma'am, sir. Come on, teach it to us.
If you date a Black person, they will wear a hat to bed, or maybe a scarf, or maybe even a bonnet. Please don't look at them and say,
ooh, what's on your head?
We wear it for our hair to keep it nice and soft, to make
Another black man has been killed by police, and I have not seen a single TikTok talking about it. Last night in Atlanta, around 10:30 p.m., 27-year-old Rayshard Brooks had the police called on him because he was passed out in a drive-thru and the other cars had to drive around him. Police that arrived on the scene woke him up and did a field sobriety test and saw that he was not sober. The officers tried to arrest him for driving under the influence while he was still under the influence. So after having just woken up and still being intoxicated on whatever he took, he of course did not comply with the arrest. He and the officers fought and he managed to break away after grabbing one of their tasers. And in the video, because there's always a fucking video now, you can see him turn around and aim the taser at one of the police officers, and then he continues running, and the police officer shoots him multiple times in the back as he's running away. TikTok shadow banned all my content, but his name needs to be said. Rayshard Brooks. Rayshard Brooks.
I will never understand when people are like, stand for the national anthem. No! Have you heard the national anthem? You want me to stand for that? for that devil chant?
Posting about the Black Lives Matter movement is not going to cut it anymore, people. At first, we were all spreading awareness, but we're all pretty freaking aware now. It's time to start putting those words into action. The reason that Trump is president now is because everyone was a kiki and talking about some, ooh, black people, ooh, go women. And then the minute they got in those voting polls, they voted for Trump. But those same people in social settings would be all like, Trump? You know what I mean? Be the change you want to see. Make sure you're registered to vote.
Hi, this is just a PSA to anyone who's saying, oh my gosh, can we please have all this over with so we can go back to normal? Like I missed when my For You page was a bunch of comedy and videos and cute things. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired and stressed and depressed from seeing all the posts on Instagram and Twitter. I'm so sorry for you. You are experiencing a feeling, but it's not a feeling to us. To us, this is our reality. The fact that you're seeing all these posts, this is what we live through on a daily basis. Hi, we are trying to raise awareness to what we go through on a daily basis. And I'm sorry that it's annoying you. I am sorry that you cannot handle a week of being educated about the crisis that's overtaking the Black community. I am so sorry that we are inconvenient to your entertainment. I am so sorry that you feel bad right now. But you should feel bad right now. If you are unaffected by all of this and you're remaining silent, just know that you are not doing anybody any good. You are part of the problem. Use your privilege to make a difference. If not in my lifetime, then in that of my kids.
Everybody, and TikTok, because I know you're hearing this. I know you're hearing this because you're scared of me. That's why you're not letting people see my post. That's why you're not letting me comment anymore, because you're scared of me. Keep following me. We're making them shake in their boots.
Okay guys, so I am going to use my Halloween photos, because they're my favorite, to tell you how my parents had me and my brothers. This mom was pregnant and gave birth to me. This mom was pregnant with my brothers and gave birth to them. They used the same donor for all three of us. That makes us biologically related, but it doesn't matter because they're still my brothers. For those of you who thought they didn't have us, they did. Ha!
I will never understand why when you're sitting there doing absolutely nothing, staring at the wall, your parents won't ask you to do chores. But as soon as you pick up your phone or get up to leave the room, then it's go wash the dishes, go sweep. So when I was sitting there doing the mannequin challenge, those dishes weren't dirty. They didn't need to be washed. Now all of a sudden, it just grinds my gears, bro. Shivers me timbers.
Please stop scrolling for just a moment. I want to share this with you. This picture is all of my pain, all of my rage, my frustration, my fear, channeled into art. And I'm sharing this with you because it has reached and spoken to so many people and allowed them to release their emotions together in a community. So please, if you're able to, leave a like, share, comment, whatever. I just want the people who need this to know that they are allowed to feel this way, that they are not alone. It's okay to feel hopeless and scared right now. But also remember that you are loved. And together, we can fight this, regardless of skin color or anything. We are brothers, sisters, siblings, family. Peace and love.
So it's come to my attention that within the last 4 days, I've lost a good amount of followers, like within the few hundreds. And the only thing I've been posting were like Black Lives Matter things or about Blackout Tuesday or just things that's happening in the world. Nothing different from my usual feed. So what I figured is the people who unfollowed me are racist. Goodbye. Good riddance. Fuck you. There's no reason for you to even be racist. You know, all of the things for you not to be racist. But, yeah, no.
This is a message for all the hospitals. I am not saying that I found a way to fix corona, but I was just asking, have y'all considered Vaseline and ginger ale? like good gracious asses.